Jobina Brown.
Uh-oh.
This is an update that I don't think I was expecting. I don't think anybody who heard the details and the evidence of this case was expecting.
Right.
But we have to talk about it.
She managed Grizzley, one of Detroit's most popular rappers, but earlier this week, Jobina Brown was shot and killed on the city's east side. Tonight, we're hearing from a local radio show host who worked with Brown. 7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash joins us live from the scene to tell us how Brown...
Now, when he said unexpected, that sounded to me like he kind of like fake got away with it. I don't know.
is being remembered and what police are saying. Anu.
Well, Glenda, Detroit police tell me that homicide investigators are still working on this case, still trying to figure out what led up to the shooting here on 3 Mile Road just off of Mac.
Now, we know the imbecile that's responsible for Jobina Brown's death is Wu Thing, Wu 600, close friend, associate, same gang as T Grizzly's close friend, Buka 600. I'll spare you the details. Go to my T Grizzly playlist if you want to hear the full story from day one. This is just the update, okay? So a lot of us thought this dude was cooked. We thought he was done for because he was found in Chicago driving around the getaway vehicle in this murder, as well as being in possession with the firearm
of the
in
murder.
Sir, like the evidence is so impeccable. I'm asking, why is a trial needed?
No, for real.
They found him in possession of the
even
getaway
go to
vehicle,
trial?
the murder weapon, and they pinged his cell phone in the vicinity of the murder for 2 hours. He was sitting on the location.
That's crazy.
Come on, bruh. Throw away the keys. But apparently, that's not what's going to be happening, at least for now. After all this evidence, after all my it's over, he's done videos.
Right.
This man went to court in front of a jury of his peers, and a hung jury came back. They could not make up a decision. They could not find him guilty. It was a mistrial.
T Grizzly didn't pay the jury. They didn't pay the jury. That's the only thing I can think of. What else? What else can happen? If I'm sitting on the jury, they got your phone, they got your fingerprints, they like, gang, this is a closed case, bro. It's supposed to be over with. They caught you, they got your phone there, right? They caught you with the murder weapon, and they caught you with the gun, with the car you did the murder in. Even if he did do it, folks would have been like, it's some extra shit going on, gang. I'm sorry. Listen, gang. It's some extra shit going on, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
The hung jury was returned back on the 31st. I knew about this for about 2 days, but I was kind of waiting, right? You know, to see who reported on it. Because there's a couple of dudes who claim they've been in the courtroom on YouTube, but somehow none of them reported on this. They're going to wait for Flacco to report on it, and then they're going to make a video. But coincidentally, they're going to make a video about my update that they didn't have before I made the update, even though they supposedly had people in the courtroom. But we're going to address those dudes a little later in this video.
Okay.
But the main question is, how did he beat this? His phone was pinged at the crime scene for 2 hours. He was found in possession of the murder weapon and the getaway vehicle, and his phone is being pinged leaving the city like minutes after the shooting and going back to Chicago, and his phone was also pinged coming to Detroit. How did he beat this? So first off, he tried to get the cell phone evidence thrown out. He claims the cell phone is in somebody else's name. It's not my phone. However, the number that belongs to that phone is a number that he is known to use. Right. So he couldn't get it thrown out. Right. It didn't get thrown out. The evidence actually stayed, which to me, I thought was going to be the deciding factor on this case.
On phone now.
The cell phone. If the cell phone gets admissible, right? If it's admissible, then he's cooked because you were at the crime scene. But if it's not admissible, then he's going to walk.
He's decent, yeah.
The cell phone was admissible, but it was still a hung jury. Here's how I don't want to say beat it, because trial is resuming. Well, the pre-trial hearing is resuming August 15th. Okay. The judge told this dude that he'll be able to attend the pre-trial and the trial via Zoom. That's already a bad sign. The judge ain't taking this case seriously at all.
I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did?
But here's how exactly he beat it. Not beat it, but the hung jury. You know what I mean, right? Anything other than guilty in my eyes is a beat it for now.
For now, yeah.
So his lawyer brought his brother to testify, and they brought medical records. So he got shot August 6th. Wu thing. He got shot August 6th, and he was in the hospital until August 15th.
Okay.
When he left the hospital, we don't know what his condition is.
Right.
But his brother testified that when he left the hospital August 15th, that he could barely walk. That he was in horrible shape. That when he left the hospital August 15th.
What the fuck does that have to do with killing somebody? Like, I don't understand how these niggas be getting so, like, damn. Did y'all do a deal with the devil or something? Like, gang. How is this possible? How is this possible, twin? Like, my guy, they still got YNW Melly in jail for fucking 10 years. They ain't even found him guilty yet, twin. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? And they ain't got half the evidence they got on this nigga. They need the feds to come in. Sound like Detroit police don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, he was disabled.
Okay.
Now, we know the brother came to that court adding cake on it, bruh. We know the brother came to that court and did what he had to do, homie.
Hell yeah.
Because realistically, nobody will really know if he's telling the truth or not.
Yeah, nobody ever know.
He was shot. He was in the hospital.
But when did the murder
August
happen?
15th. Now, I heard
what was the date of the murder?
About that shooting too, but we're not going to talk about it yet. Y'all connect the dots if you want. Nobody would know this. This is like as concrete as an alibi it could get. Because once you leave the hospital and you're in your family home, well, they can lie about your condition as much as they want. Bruh, they could say, man, bro, this man could barely walk, even though you was up and about, man, and in the streets afterwards, bro. Even though you was back on your feet playing basketball afterwards, they could still come to court and say, this man could barely walk.
Or he get shot
We couldn't recognize him, man. He was paraplegic, or whatever the word is.
We couldn't recognize him.
Nothing you could do about it. Even though I'm not buying it, bro, because 2 months later, he was running from the cops in a Detroit alley, bro. You was not that hurt, cut it out. But I think the jury had a hard time reading the medical reports. Oh, okay, he got shot on August 15th.
Right.
Now, the thing is, we don't even know how severe it was. We just know he was in the hospital until August 15th, but we don't know how severe the injury really was.
Right.
So the jury is looking at the medical report, looking at the brother testimony, that when he was released from the hospital August 15th, he could barely walk. So the jury is like, man, we having a hard time deciding if he could barely walk August 15th.
What?
Then to say that he committed this murder August 20th.
The jury is stupid. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? We could barely, bro, I remember one day I'm working out, right? I'm going crazy, right? And I couldn't even straighten my arm. You know what I'm saying? Because I went a little too crazy on my shoulder and my bicep workout, so I couldn't even straighten my arm. 2 days later, I'm fully functioning. You see what I'm saying? Like, dang, what y'all talking about? What are we saying right now? If I could barely walk, he said I could still walk though, right? Nigga, a 2-year-old could kill somebody. What are we talking about? I just seen a video of a 2-year-old who sadly unalived themselves because the mom had the gun around the crib. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck do that got to do with anything? So you could barely walk, but you just so happen to have this 3 months later, you just so happen to have the same gun that was used in the murder and the same car that was used in the murder. And your phone just so happened to be in Michigan. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about, gang? You feel? What are we talking about? Now, if motherfucker want to, you want to get found innocent of murder, but you had something to do with it, so they put you in jail unless you, okay, that's cool, gang. Because, to get found guilty, it got to be beyond a reasonable doubt. You see what I'm saying? Beyond a reasonable doubt that he definitely did this. We got all the evidence. We think he for sure did it, right? But the problem is, it's always going to be a reasonable doubt because he was there, we wasn't there. You feel me? But I don't give no fuck what the jury say. In my mind, everybody guilty. That's just my opinion. I think everybody guilty. This story is too fishy. I don't believe in coincidences, gang. Just like when King Von and Lil Durk, they ops died and they get to tweeting. You feel me? They get to tweeting and shit. They get to doing this, doing that, dropping a song 5 days before. Somebody dissed they dead ops and he died 3 days later. I don't believe in coincidences like that, gang. I don't know if y'all do, but I don't, folks. You feel me? T Grizzly get out the car. His auntie get killed. The auntie ain't had nothing to do with the streets. They got killed by Chicago nigga. They got all the evidence on the Chicago dude. The Chicago dude is cool with the dude. Like, it's too many coincidences for this shit to not. Something going on. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
A reach and it's a stretch. But the thing about this is, he couldn't have been acting alone. So we don't know if he could have been somebody who was just a driver to the situation.
Right.
And the shooter hasn't been caught yet. So we don't even know what his role was particularly.
That's true.
We just don't know.
But we know he had something to do with it, though.
Like they know he was there.
Right.
Because he was found with the murder weapon, he was found with the getaway vehicle, and his phone was pinged in the vicinity for 2 hours. But to say that he did this by himself is a stretch. It's a big stretch.
I don't think so.
So he could very well have been in the vehicle as an accomplice and not the actual shooter. But the jury just had a tough time, bruh, convicting this man after the medical reports and his brother testified he could barely walk on August 15th. So to say that he conducted a murder on August 20th, they just couldn't do it. It came back as a hung jury. So some people believe
what the fuck do that guy? Like, gang, I've literally watched, gang, Jason Tatum tore his fucking Achilles a few months ago and he's walking around. He tore his Achilles. Do you understand what the fuck that means? I see NBA players go down, and they playing a week later, 4-5 days later, they're playing. 5 days is more than enough time for your body to not be so sore that you can walk. Like, gang, I ain't saying you could go do another 10-mile run or nothing, but motherfucker can walk up and shoot somebody. Like, hey, you fucking me. Now, what I would have did if I was the prosecutor, okay, pull up that hospital footage. Did he walk out of that hospital that day? Because if he walked out the hospital, that's enough for me. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't never understood the jury shit. Because why you got a bunch of random people who don't know you, don't care, don't know nothing about no laws. Like, that shit is dumb as hell. Don't know, they not the police. They don't know nothing. They just...
guilty.
Stupid.
Some didn't believe he was guilty. Now, it was also revealed in court today that Jobina Brown had a life insurance policy on her. Now, I don't have the full transcripts.
That's spicy right there.
So I'm not going to tell y'all just yet. I was told who was the beneficiary, but I'm not going to tell y'all just yet until I get the full transcript. Ooh. But somebody in court told me, part of the family, Jobina Brown had a life insurance policy on her. Now, this person told me that nobody from her family got a dime from that life insurance policy. Nobody from her family got a dime from that life insurance policy. So, hey, y'all make with those statements what you may, if you get my drift. But I'm not ready to put my name to that yet until I get the full transcripts and see the black and white. Now, the trial is restarting August 15th. Now, a mistrial don't automatically mean you about to get off. Honestly, a mistrial is probably the worst case scenario for him. Right. Because now the prosecutors got more time to investigate.
Yeah. And I think it'll work like after the mistrial, don't the judge decide it's no longer a jury or something, or they get a new jury or something like that?
Hospital claim. Now they got more time to investigate. Where was he shot at? Cool. Surveillance footage for when he left the hospital.
Right.
Who treated him? What was his condition?
Right.
Now the prosecutors could prepare more now because they know what your defense is going to be.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a little tougher.
That's the only defense they got. They ain't got no explanation for the phone. They ain't got no explanation for the gun. No explanation for the car. He wasn't walking. Like, don't that shit sound? This shit sound like an episode of Power, gang. Like, what are we talking about right now, folks?
For him, the next go round.
They didn't let off Therese
But the fact that they're having another trial that fast. They're having another trial pre-trial starts August 15th. Jury selection is August 15th.
Oh, they got a new jury. Okay.
The trial ended July 31st. 15 days? To put that in comparison, bro, A.J. Armstrong, who was being accused of killing two of his parents, I think he had like 2 mistrials.
Yeah.
And each trial was like a year or 2 apart.
Right.
Y.W. Melly.
Yep.
He had a mistrial. It's going on 2 years. Y.W. Melly is not back on trial yet. So to have another trial within 15 days? Oh, nah. Nah, bruh.
All right, if you come on YouTube to get news, be careful because many of these people are making stuff up to get views. So one guy that's making a lot of stories about the T. Grizzley case and keeps reiterating how he's talking to people in the court and he knows people that are part of the case, is giving some bad info. So he said Jermaine Weeden, possibly known as 600 Wu-Tang, has made the statement that T. Grizzley paid him to do the hit. That's not true.
A lot of people sent me that video saying, this dude is sneak dissing you. I don't know who he is. I've never...
You should have never put his ass in the video, Flacco. That's what he wanted.
Watch this content. I don't know who he is. And he claims he had people in the courtroom, which is all cap, bro. Cap. It's just not true, bro. There's a reason why I'm going to Detroit to actually do a full-on interview with people in Jobina Brown's family. I'm doing that. I'm going to Detroit. You know why? Why I have access like that, bro? Because I've never told a lie involved in this case. All of my sources is direct from the situation. And also, too, you lied on me. I never said that Jermaine Weeden ever said that in court.
Right.
You was a liar. What I said was his defense attorneys was providing alternative theories. And one of the theory was T. Grizzley paid for this hit because Jobina Brown was pregnant. Which you also acknowledge that the prosecutors brought somebody in court to testify and prove that Jobina Brown wasn't pregnant. Why will the prosecutors bring somebody to court randomly to testify that Jobina Brown wasn't pregnant?
Right. If that wasn't
Why would that be relevant? You see, these dudes are so filled with hate and they're getting bit by piece third-party information that they think that they can question. Bro, I'm the source.
That's why I rock with Flacco though. That's why I do react to a lot of his vids. That's why I don't know. Like, I do other people's vids too, but like Flacco, I ain't really necessarily ever heard Flacco just make some shit up. He might report a rumor, but I ain't never heard him just say some outrageous, crazy shit that nobody ever. You know what I'm saying though? Like, I ain't.
Why do the prosecutors bring somebody to the court to testify that Jobina Brown wasn't pregnant? Why would that piece of information be relevant? That's because the defense brought that up, obviously.
Right.
Obviously, right? The prosecutors wouldn't bring somebody to debunk their own statements. Obviously, the defense said that. And that's why they brought somebody to debunk the fact that Jobina Brown was not pregnant. Well, why would the defense bring up the fact that Jobina Brown was pregnant? You see, Brand, people like you are people who I hate the most, okay? Y'all are these pseudo wannabe journalist dudes who hate on anything walking, who can go out and get the direct source, who don't have to represent themselves as a quote-unquote journalist.
Right.
Your third-party information didn't tell you why the defense brought up in court that Jobina Brown was pregnant. That's a random piece of information. Why would they just bring that up?
Yeah.
They brought that up as a motive that T. Grizzley paid for the hit. And the prosecutors brought somebody there to debunk that. Huh? Yo, and I never understood you dudes, man. And there's a reason why I waited 2 days to even make this video about the hung jury. Because I wanted to see Mr. I got sources in the courtroom. I wanted to see you report about the mistrial, about the hung jury.
He ain't reported.
I waited 2 days.
Smack his ass, Flacco.
And there's a reason why your next video on this situation is going to be a review of my information in this video. You're going to pop out probably tomorrow or tonight.
Sometimes you got to pop out and just shout niggas. Oh, fuck that.